hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes, we can. Yeah.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for participating in today's webinar and hope we are all staying safe. I'm Amina from Business Entrepreneurship Skills and Technology Center of Abuja Chamber of Commerce and Industry. The BEST Center is the training arm of the chamber, which is saddled with the responsibility of training, skills acquisition, and capacity development. Our webinar for today is the key to startup success, the right attitude. And our facilitator is Mrs. Laomi Ismail. Mrs. Laomi, welcome you, please.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, can we start? Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm glad to be here, on this topic. And it's really a great honor to me. Key to startup success, the right attitude. I'm sure we have been to lots of, we have had lots of topics on how to succeed in business as an entrepreneur. This won't be the first one. Like how to prosper, how to do different things as an entrepreneur. And there is one question that keeps coming to mind when you talk about all these topics. They said, we have been to lots of forums that, that does this, and how many companies have sprung up in the last 10, 15 years. But I'll still say that the top 10 companies in the world today that are doing financially well, the best globally, were not there 10 to 15 years ago. So we have to take cognizance of that and appreciate when forums like this come up. So the first thing I would like to say is that this topic is attached to the right attitude. So which we really want to, which is limiting some people in business actually. If we take the life as like stage, we have different stages in life. Each stage comes with its own time and season. Each time and season come with their own needs. So we have to consistently reorganize ourselves to fit into our own time and season. And there's a constant factor as we move on in life. And that factor is people. You can't beat it with people. People know you, they see you, they know your attitude, they know what you do. So as you move on in life, you should see meeting anybody in life as an opportunity that you don't want to. You want to leave the right legacy with that person. Be it big, small, poor, or rich. Because that poor man today may turn out to be something else tomorrow. You don't know. And that Mr. Nobody can still remain a Mr. Nobody, but his child may become somebody, and that is still a network. So it's about deliberately paying attention to being respectful to people as you move on in life so that you can leave the right legacy with them. So, and what I think is that the most beneficial thing to do is, the reasoning to do is like acting like you're on a stage with lots of audience, invited, uninvited, watching you. The way you treat them, the way you relate with them, the way you interact with them. Each audience will leave that state, that they will leave you with their own, with the impression of you. So whether to open or shut the door against you when you need to walk through their door will be what kind of legacy you have left with them. So we need to take that into cognizance. And another thing I see that why people limit themselves in becoming great in business is just this class. Some people create class at the beginning of their startup. They already limit their brand to some upper class that limits them. They're already positioning themselves wrongly from the beginning of their startup. So when you see people like that, maybe a Mr. assumed somebody that does not belong to their class goes to them to ask, what are you trying to do? What business are you trying? They don't even care to answer because they believe it can't add value to their business. But later in life, what if things turn out? What if status changes? That man will never do business with you. So we should take cognizance of our attitude to people. And the most important thing in this kind of system is referral. If you miss that part, that man that you ignored is not going to refer you to anybody. In fact, he's going to block you when he hears that you are trying to come up with something. And referral is so important. It's almost more, for me, it's even more powerful than a $10 million advertisement budget in any organization. So when you give the right attitude, you move the right way. Remember, people, don't forget, when they're down, they don't forget how you made them feel. So that goes a long way. And some of us that have been to Lagos, that are familiar with Lagos, we know Eleganza Industries. This man is a billionaire. People know, in fact, almost household, you have something about Eleganza in your household. But I noticed that all his products have been centered on low-income earners, despite being a billionaire. He's producing plastics, he's producing, I don't want to say fake jewelry, low-quality jewelry, that you see that people of low income can still have their own jewelry when festival comes. And they're happy with him. He's producing pen, biro, plastic boxes, and like that. I'm sure none of his family can even touch any of those, some of those jewelry that he's producing. So it's about deliberately positioning your brand properly. Because there's no matter how big a community of upper class is, they can't be the turnover that the low income earners or the marketers or traders will give you. So you have to position your brand to meet everybody's needs. Even when status change, they will still remember your brand, that this is what this guy used to do. And when we are talking about entrepreneur, all we are saying is entrepreneur mindset, the right mindset of an entrepreneur, to be solution centered, to be creatively creating solution, seeing opportunity and being able to take it, having the courage to start, not thinking of this is what somebody is doing, this is what that is doing. And being an entrepreneur, having an entrepreneurial mindset does not make you the owner of the business at the initial. You can be the business owner, you can be a staff in that organization. If you go in with the mindset of an entrepreneur, you are going to do exceedingly well, because you are going to be creating values and bringing solutions to them. That's why you see some people, when they want to leave some organization, they don't want them to go and start their own, because people know they know their value, they know what they bring to the table. And I think the most important thing about achieving is about being yourself. Being yourself it makes things so easy for you. Not because Mr. Chukwu is he likes to wear tie and not, that's why he's successful. No. Being another person else is too tedious, because you are reasoning like the other person. You are not using your own reason to go ahead. What is most important at the point that you want to add value to whatever you do, is the most important thing at that point is, do people see your sincerity? How are you communicating that to them? Can you be trusted and be relied upon? Are you creating value for them? When they need you, will you be there for them? Ultimately, what people need is the truth. They want to trust you. They can pretend with you like, oh, you are doing well, but they don't trust you, so they don't see your sincerity. When they have challenges or they have good business that they don't want the business to get messed up, they'll go to the person they trust. So that's you have to take that very seriously, on more than what is that person, let me copy what he's doing. What he's doing is different from what you want to do. Success is time and season. You need to deploy your talent to what is greatness in this time. You can't afford to be complacent, because it is all still about being relevant in what you are doing. So many businesses already became outdated before they even come out. Their business plan has stayed too long because they are thinking of infrastructure at the startup. They're not thinking of, oh, can I start it from my living room? Or can I go and get a small job and learn on the job so that I can stand well? So by that, before the business even comes out, it's already dead. because people are already doing it. People are tired of doing it. You have to be relevant. You have to be relevant to your generation and keep upgrading and updating yourself. We all know the story of Microsoft. Microsoft brought computers that phased out typewriters. Typewriters were one hell of, but that was what we had then. You hear noises when they are typists, lots of typists in their typing pool, making lots of noise. When computer came in, Microsoft got registered in 1975. Nobody knew them until in the mid-80s or towards the end of 80s. And they came with all this heavy load of computers. But it was so appreciated because of the way of what it came to eliminate for us. But as time goes on, if they were not updating and upgrading themselves, they would have been long out of business. So when Microsoft brought it, was accepted, but they didn't wait at that. If they had waited, because immediately that Microsoft thing came out when they were launched, so many software engineers came up. So at that point, lots of people were now producing their own computers. Look at what computer has become today, flat. We were using floppy disk in those days. Now I don't think anybody knows anything. Some children don't even know floppy disk. Now the flash drive we use, some are even so tiny that you wonder, what could be inside this? Things are changing. So we have to change with time. The efficiencies that technology bring into business is eliminating human need. And that is why we have to build businesses so that we can create jobs. That is why this kind of forum cannot stop coming up. Like in some hotels in some developed countries now, from the reception is robots. Robots checks you in. They do your room service. They take charge of everything. And I was watching BBC some months ago. They were interviewing one of those co-owners of one of the hotels abroad. I can't remember which country now. The man was not even, he was saying they are more efficient. That immediately they change into a robotic system, everything changed. Said their complaint box reduced, no more complaint about the attitude of staff, and they don't get tired. They are working 24/7. So human beings are being eliminated from their jobs. There's need to create more jobs. The owner of the man that created iPhone, he designed some robots for a manufacturing company in China. I think they have like all their branches in all the Asian countries. That alone eliminated over 1 million jobs, or 1 million people from their jobs. So that is what we are saying. We have to create jobs. Who says there are no frustrations at the beginning, at the onset of most businesses? If it's not capital, it's people. If it's not people, it's acceptance. If it's not acceptance, it's infrastructure. The most important is that you need to decide from day one what kind of business you want to build and what kind of message you want to attach to your brand. That is the most important at the beginning. Then you have to be honest with yourself. And the popular SWOT test you have to take. What is the strength of my business in this area? Let me give an example of the SWOT test. Let's say pure water. If they ask you to choose between Lagos and Ibadan, where to sell your pure water, where will you choose? Lagos is smaller than Ibadan. Ibadan is almost more than 3 times bigger than Lagos, with lots of people too, just like in Lagos. But if they ask you, where do you choose to sell your pure water, to do your pure water business, to build the plant, I'm sure you choose Lagos. Why are you choosing Lagos? It can be only one reason why you're choosing Lagos. Traffic gridlocks. That is where your market will sell. So that is where you will take your pure water business to. And when we talk about weakness, this is what you need. You have to be most sincere about yourself. It could be limited resources. It could be that you have to convince people, because some people are already doing that business in that area. So it is about you now. Can I do this business? Can I compete with this kind of people? They have gone far. I don't even know how to go ahead of them, Is it to reduce my price? Just to change my, that is one weakness that you see. Then when we talk about opportunity, what opportunity does this bring? in this area. Few competitors, maybe your luck. You don't have much competitors. So you are doing fine because you are like the champion in that place. You don't know what will happen tomorrow. At the same time, some opportunity comes up that change your life. Look at what happened during this pandemic. This Zoom app that we are using now started, I think it registered in 2011. They launched Zoom app in 2013. As at April 2019, Zoom app's net worth was $21 million. As at April 2020, Zoom's app app is worth $50 billion. What happened? In the emerging situation, the opportunity that came for Zoom. Zoom had just about 10 million subscribers before, daily users across the world before. It got to 250 million. Now they are tending towards 300 million subscribers. In one day, people downloaded 2.3 million app for Zoom in one day in April. So their life changed. At the same time, the opportunity may not be so for other people. It might have brought their businesses down. So we think about opportunity. Then we think about threats. That's the T of the SWOT. I know you have been coming across SWOT. Just trying to break it down. Threats. There are lots of threats. It could be natural disaster that takes you off your business. It could be jealousy. So people might be angry that, oh, this man that rented this apartment for me is doing so well. They want you out. They'll start increasing your rent. They just want to frustrate you out of that business. So as you are doing well, you have to have your plan B. You have to be proactive so that people don't take you out of the business you are just trying to build because people are getting jealous. There could be government policy. We're talking about Lagos gridlocks now. Some people in that gridlock, they have some of those people that give them things to come and sell. They have their business plan. You're not just seeing them on that road selling. There's a business plan backing them up. Some people are importing from outside just for hawkers to hawk on the road of Lagos, on the streets of Lagos. Those men you see, they just go in the morning, put some money down, take their wares, go and sell, bring it back, pay, then they go back. Then put another deposit down, then go back again to sell. So there's a thorough plan for that. And when we talk about threats, now Lagos is trying, they are building railway lines all over Lagos. In fact, it's messing up everywhere because they are trying to minimize the traffic bill. They want to even eradicate traffic bill. Fort Mainland Bridge, they have been trying to build it. It may come up, you don't know. These people have centered themselves against this, making money, hawking. That's their daily food. And don't underestimate those people. Some of them are doing better than people in supermarkets. They are doing very well. What if this Fort Mainland comes up and they open the waterways to connect Lagos Island to Ikorodu, all what they are trying to do? People will be out of business. So we have to be proactive in what we do. What we do, they have to do. They may have, some people will have to go to train stations to go and sell to people that are waiting to catch train. Some people will have to go to the waterways. Somehow, you still have to survive. So it's about being proactive and thinking ahead. By the time you have this as a mindset that, okay, I'm not coming out of this business, I'm going to succeed. You will know that, you are building a company with a vision, standard, character with values, value system, so that at the end of the day, the name of your company represents something. You are not going to go down like that. The size of the company does not matter. In fact, at this point, being small gives you an opportunity to be more engaging with your customers. You can see them, you can talk to them. What you don't learn as a startup will be difficult for you to learn as when you grow bigger. So as you build your company, you need to communicate the integrity of your brand. You are not in business for a short haul, except you want to do that. And there's a common value chain in when you are at a startup. It seems you are losing at the beginning. Oh, nothing is working out. Frustration starts to set in. Why is that setting in? Because most of the time, because you are doing things right. People will come to you. They want you to like maneuver. okay, if you can help me do this, this is what, because they see that you're a startup, they want to use that so that you want to be in business at all costs. Keep doing it right. They will go. And when they have issues at that place, they will definitely come back to you because you are the one to be trusted. So don't let anybody beat that to you. And in future, when they come back to you, the seed of doing it right, you will harvest. And it will facilitate your growth speedily in business. So that is a key point I don't want anybody to miss. As you build your business brand, knowingly or unknowingly, you are building your personal brand. You see some people get called up from where they are working, and you will wonder, they call them for top positions. Because I said it at the initial stage that legacy, we build legacy. You can't beat it with people. People know you, they see through you. They know what you are doing. Oh, she's lazy. Oh, she's hardworking. She's a solution, she's a problem solver. Oh, she's creative. They see you. It helps you to build yourself, to build your personal brand. As you build your business brand, you are building yourself to your personal brand. People are trusting you. They are calling you for things that you don't even expect to be called for. And I've seen so many examples of that. So we have to take that into cognizance. Conclusively, our advice that we start from anywhere. Being an entrepreneur does not mean you have to start your business now. You can start working for somebody. You will learn on that job. You are going to, because you are born in with an entrepreneurial mindset. So you are going to do very well. You don't need to be troubled. Some people want to start school business and they are struggling to get into a bank job. And I wonder why. What are you going to learn as a banker? Because you are planning to open school someday. You should not look at the income that is coming immediately. Go and become a teacher or an administrator or something in that school environment. Because you have to learn the pros and cons of that business. You have to know when challenges come. How did this proprietor handle it? I would have handled it better. At that point, you are already building yourself. Your vision is already clear. You know what you want. You know that you can't beat it. Okay, if I have this problem, this is the way I'm going to go about it. Then I'll say, don't close your mind to opportunities. Be open to all opportunities. When people that travel a lot will tell you that you will see expatriates coming to Nigeria every time. We have lots of white people all over, the expatriates. What do they see in Nigeria? Opportunity. Because Nigeria is not one of those country that you can say, okay, this is what we are coming to look at. They see, no matter how they condemn Nigeria, people still troop in, entrepreneurs come, all these expatriates coming, just to come and what we don't see, to come and take the share of what they know we have. They said investment follows emerging economy. I think we are lucky to be born and be living in a generation, in a country that qualifies as an emerging economy. The opportunities are there. If you ask any investment banker, they will tell you the returns are high. It's just to be able to take the bold step of starting or joining an organization that will push you through. Look at InterSwitch. What brought InterSwitch to Nigeria? It's an idea of one man that travels. And so that, why do we need to carry cash, so much cash in a bag, when we can, we can easily use card where they are using abroad? And the rest is history today, because he came back and found and looked for investors, and that's what brought InterSwitch to Nigeria today. Lastly, I will keep on saying it, that success is time and season. Your parents were relevant in their own time and season. They did very well. Their business was working out for them because that business was for that time and season. I went to one place in Abeokuta, my friend's house. Actually, I slept over. In the morning, I saw, okay, there were other people too in the house that slept over. In the morning, we were about to leave. I saw 4 different types of bread on their dining table when we were about to have our breakfast. And I looked all around the bread. It's not the familiar bread I used to know in Abeokuta like 15, 20 years ago. And I asked, why is it also bread? And everybody laughed at me, like, that bread that has been for market, they just spoke about it as if it was nothing. And that bread at that time, I knew the man that owned it. It's late now. Even before he died, I think he retired and gave it to one of his sons. That means he did not upgrade, he did not update himself, and that their bread went outdated, went out of. They said now they sell in the market, open market, so they can't even meet up anywhere. Their brand is already out. So instead of us to be watching things that are not innovative on TV, I think we should read and watch science TV, things that are, that are innovative things that bring value to us, that we can learn from. What is in trend? What business is going on? What are they doing now? What can I do to succeed? Okay, if I join you, okay, I'm not going to get more. I know I won't be paid. Let me just join you to learn on this business. It's not all about money. It's about your future. Because when you start, you are going with your own future already. So I would like to, I hope I have not bored you too much. So I would like to say thank you again for having me. And if there's any question I would like to take them. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Naomi, for a wonderful talk we've had today. Thank you very, very much for the talk. Please, for questions, contributions, you can kindly raise your hand or drop it at the chat so we can attend to all that, please. Does anyone have any question, contributions? Okay, in the absence of any question or contribution, thank you very, very much, Madam Naomi, once again for this awesome talk. And we know that as we build our business brands, we are also building our personal brand. This is a take home for all of us too. Thank you so much once again. We'll be having our next class come up next week on the 16th of June, which is internal control, essential system for business growth. And hope to see you all there. And thank you very, very much. We all stay safe.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you everybody. And for anyone that is interested in obtaining certifications for this talk and previous trainings, you can send a mail to bestcenter@acci.nigeria.com to get the procedures that you need to follow to obtain the certificates. You can also visit our e-learning platform to take some of the free courses that are available there and obtain your certificates. Thank you.